The U.S. ambassador to the EU warned the bloc that it should expect more tariffs if they don't approve the stalled trade deal with Washington. Quote, if the trade deal goes away, you guys get hit with the increased tariffs, and for us, nothing changes, he told Bloomberg. It's economic malpractice not to pass this, he added. His remarks come as the full European Parliament prepares for a vote on Thursday on the trade deal, which Donald Trump and the EU's president sealed last year in Scotland. The vote has been postponed several times over Trump's threat to annex Greenland and uncertainty about the U.S. tariff strategy, raising questions about whether the transatlantic relationship was headed for another rupture. The pact would set a 15% ceiling tariff on most EU goods in exchange for eliminating duties on many U.S. products. I think we have enough votes, he said. The U.S. ambassador cited South Korea as an example of how things may sour if the transatlantic deal falls apart. Trump threatened 25% tariffs on that country in January after accusing it of not living up to a prior trade pact. The EU-U.S. trade pact was most recently thrown into doubt when the Supreme Court struck down Trump's global tariffs last month. Trump has since imposed a temporary 10% tax on all imports while his administration works to rebuild its tariff structure. Following the ruling, the EU lawmakers amended the trade deal, adding a provision that the terms can only be implemented once the U.S. guarantees the 15% ceiling. They also injected a sunset clause stating the deal will expire in March of 2028 unless both sides agree to prolong it. Recall that 2028 is when the next presidential election is. Lawmakers also want the U.S. to reduce a 50% metals tariff, which has been broadened to cover hundreds of products containing steel and aluminum. If EU lawmakers approve the deal on Thursday, they will then negotiate with member states to craft a finalized text. So it's not over yet, and we don't know what's going to happen there. But again, this is all, a lot of what's happening is actually, unfortunately, about the EU and their stance on certain things. And I believe that that's why a lot of this conflict is happening. It's really about the EU. A lot of the conflicts that we're seeing are about EU exports and imports and different agreements that they've made with Russia and the Chinese.